Hey guys, welcome to Outlaw Edge. So the reason I'm doing this video today, I'm working on the unibody. Not only to show how much work goes into doing a paint job. I get all the time in the shop, people are like, hey, can you paint my car? And I'm like, okay, what do you want to do? And they're like, just sand it and spray it. I'm like, well, it doesn't go that way. And then they bitch that it costs 30 grand to get a paint job. But they're like, well, I just want to sand it down and put a spray job on there. That's not what we do here. So if you want a paint job here, it goes to bare metal. Well, one of the arguments that we always get is people are always leaving bad comments down below and whatever. And this is where you guys come in handy. I asked the other day, you know, when you go to do a car, do you go to bare metal? And then when you go to bare metal, what do you do first? Do you do the body work? Meaning the body filler and, you know, all that crap and the putty and whatever and the sanding, and then primer or epoxy over the top of that? Or do you just shoot epoxy on it first and then do the body work? Because I'll tell you what happens. I got so many people on YouTube bitching at me, oh, you need to put epoxy down on the bare metal. No, you don't. If that's the case, you need to call like these big custom shops like Ken Diggett's or Bitchin' Rides or whatever that show's called, and tell them they're doing it wrong. They've been doing it wrong for over 30 years. Because here's the deal. Since I was a kid, this is how I was brought up in some of the real high-end body shops, working there. And we would always do the cars bare metal, do all the metal fabrication, all the welding, the grinding, get everything perfect, and then do the body work. And then after you're done doing all and when I say body work, I'm talking about body filler. And you get the body filler perfect how you want it. And then you start putting poly or epoxy over the top of that. And then over the top of that, you start doing your high build primer and whatever, I'm sorry, let me reverse that. You do your bare metal and then your body work. And then after your body work, you got your high build primer, your block sand until it's perfect. And then you seal everything with your epoxy. Just saw somebody in my shop, sorry. I'm a schizo, a lot of you guys know that, a lot of you guys don't know that. Just had a hallucination, so I figured I'd share it with you guys. That was a good one. Anyways, not to change the subject, but the bare metal. So if you have this truck in bare metal and everybody's arguing that you put it in epoxy first, what happens is this right here. Sorry about the crappy camera work, but you start sanding and all your edges break through and you got bare spots and you got more bare spots and more bare spots. By the time you would be done doing this truck or this car or whatever you're working on that has epoxy on it, after you're done doing all your body work, the whole car's in bare metal almost. So, I mean, it just cracks me up that it's like a huge argument on YouTube that people try to prove, oh, I've been doing this for 30, 40 years, blah, blah, blah. That's how you do it. It's your opinion. Do it your own damn way. You know what I mean? It's one way or another. It's whoever, gets the work done is what it is. Like this right here, this hood's pretty much ready. Those doors, that truck over there, that door, this hood here in the corner, and this truck here is ready for primer right now. And I'm doing the body work and primer. So what I'm doing is I'm putting down high build primer and I'm blocking, sanding, priming, blocking, sanding, priming. You do it in stages until you get it absolutely perfect where you can't get any more bad spots or imperfections or whatever. And then you go over it with epoxy and then, you'll hit the epoxy after it's dry. And when it gets pulled into the paint booth, you spray your sealer, you put your base coat, you put your clear coat or whatever. And man, this tripod's wiggling all over the place. And so that's one of them age-old questions, So I want you guys down below in the comments. I asked you guys the other day, but same thing. So you guys that have said, put epoxy down first. Explain to me, what do you do now that you got the whole car in bare metal after you've done all your body work? Do you re-epoxy it? Because that's a waste of money, it's a waste of time, waste of material. Just my opinion. I'm gonna have the ones that agree with me and I'm gonna have the ones that are gonna fight me tooth and nail. There's no wrong, there's no right. It's the way you do something. It's all part about, owning a business or a company or whatever, or even doing a hobby. It's the way you guys are raised. It's the way you're taught to do something. It's the same thing in life. What's right, what's wrong, how are you taught? But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a comment down below. When you got breakthroughs like this and you got bare metal, like I said, if you just sanded all your epoxy off because you're doing body work, I want to know down below. Then what do? Do you start repriming the car all over again? Because you got all those breakthroughs. And that's another thing I want to say is in the past, I've tried to put, on certain jobs, I've tried to put epoxy down over different colored paint jobs. So you had like a truck that was white, it was red, it was gray, it was blue, it was red. And then you sand it down, you put epoxy over the top of it, you start doing your body work. Anywhere that you sand through and hit that paint down below, when you put primer over the top of that, every freaking time you have cottage cheese or like the paint starts lifting or your edges start like bringing up, lifting, crinkling, whatever you want to call it, you have all that paint below that the chemicals hit, and all it does is it wakes them up. So any car we do in our shop, I don't care what the customer says. I don't care if they, like I said, I don't care if they're like, nope, you're not taking it to bare metal. It's going to bare metal. If not, you're at the wrong shop. Take it to Joe's shop down the road. It goes to bare metal in this shop, and then we check everything. We do the metal fabrication. We get the work done. Bodywork, primer, epoxy. Take it or leave it. You guys want to argue with me? Go to another channel. Appreciate all the support on the channel. Love you guys. I'll see you guys on the next video. Leave a comment down below. Any questions, comments, whatever. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the bell so you guys got the notifications. And we'll see you on the next video. Later. Don't forget, if you guys get a chance, go check out our other YouTube channels. That's Iron Outlaws. Also Iron Horse Garage. Also NZ Mopar Outlaw Customs. And we got some big stuff coming up in the future. Stay tuned. Later.